It's February 27th, day 37 of the Trump presidency. Let's find out what our evil overlords got into today. So Elon basically ran an entire cabinet meeting like by himself. Go watch the videos. Trump is sitting there playing on his phone, not saying a word. He's not even like sitting close to, because there's like a long table, you know, how they have in boardrooms. Elon is standing up at the front of the room. Trump's not even like sitting up there. I don't know what they want us to think is happening, but I know how it looks. And it looks like Trump is just grateful to not be in jail and wants nothing to do with actually working. I mean, to be fair, how many days did he golf in his last presidency? It was like 25% of his presidency he was golfing. Anyways. Pretty sure it's going to stay this way. People keep bringing up, like, what if so-and-so passes away? What if so-and-so passes away? Would Elon stay in this position? I think that's a very good question. Like if Trump passed away, and I'm bringing that up because of the bruise on his hand, would Elon continue, or would there be some kind of like weird showdown between him and JD Vance? I mean, I can't say it wouldn't be exciting to watch, even though it would be for our own freedom. And I don't know who's better, you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like there's like the techno overlord creeps who want to put us into a jar of goop. And then there's like the Christian nationalists who want like breeding farms, human breeding farms. So I don't know. Which would you rather? Would you rather be a brain in a vat hooked up to a VR system? What if they like made you play Pong for eternity? Or would you rather be in The Handmaid's Tale? I think I am choosing The Handmaid's Tale, I'll be honest with you. As much as I love video games, I feel like there's more chance for revolt in The Handmaid's Tale. So I'm going to take that. Take my chances there. Anyways, Trump says he's announcing 25% tariffs on the EU soon. So that's cool. We're just going to fuck our relationships up with our very best friends. I mean, I don't know. Countries can't be friends, let's be honest. I think maybe in some ways this stuff is just exposing the violent truth, right? Of how shit actually operates. And maybe a lot of the nice stories we told ourselves about like alliances were never real anyways. Or maybe I'm just telling myself that now to make myself feel better. I don't know. I think I've said this before. I think I always assumed that on a long timeline, things would get better. And maybe they do, but maybe we have to spiral through hell over and over and over again to get there. Or maybe the earth is going to, catch on fire soon and we're all going to die. I don't know. We're going to find out together. This is so... I'm sorry. We don't have like as many headlines tonight, but every single one of them is just a pile of dog shit. Trump, this is not funny, by the way, at all. Not even a little bit. Other than like just the degree of idiocy and disturbing, like the lack of any kind of human social understanding involved in everything he does is just like bananas. It's like mind blowing. Anyways, Trump posted on Truth Social on his own page or whatever. I don't go on there, so I don't know. An AI video of Gaza as a resort. So the video goes from like Gaza being all blown up and then like slowly and gradually, like there's like palm trees everywhere. And it's like Elon Musk drinking some kind of fucking mocktail at a resort. And I'm dead ass serious that he did this. And I did see a couple of videos, people saying that like the comments on Truth Social are Trump supporters being like, wow, this is really messed up. You should take this down. So that's kind of interesting. I'm kind of like, huh, what's going on over there on Truth Social? Are the maggots waking up? I don't know. Anyways, heinous behavior as usual. But isn't it incredible? It's like almost impressive how he manages to top himself over and over again. Like, it's mind-blowing. It's a skill. I don't know what it's good for. Shock and awe, I think. And that's what they're going for. So actually, you know what? Hey, hats off to you, motherfucker. Sadly, the first school-aged child has died of the measles in Texas. That child was unvaccinated. I am not going to open that article and like read a bunch about it. It's really fucking sad. I'm pretty pissed at those parents. It's gross. It's irresponsible. But you know what? If these people in our country are so goddamn fucking entitled and have lost touch with the brutality of what it means to be a human in the wild without resources, without medicine, without air conditioning, without food, without all the things that we have been handed in this lifetime, you know, if they need a stark reminder, I mean, it's going to kill me too, probably. It's going to kill a lot of us. But you know what? We can't stop them. Isn't that crazy? That's what living in a society really is like my well-being is tied to the shit that these dumb people are doing. I don't know how I feel about that. Honestly, I'm not a fan. Anyways, Jeff Bezos made this huge announcement about the Washington Post, which he owns, by the way, today. Just in case you didn't know that. I think probably most of the people watching this do know that. So he basically said he's going to be deciding what goes into the opinion section in the Washington Post from now on. He wrote this whole long paragraph about how all sides of an opinion don't need to be presented in the Washington Post anymore because that's what the internet is for. Gotcha. And then he talked about how true freedom is financial, like basically how true freedom is capitalism, how true freedom is financial. I am not shocked that Dr. Lazy Eye is the one saying that, honestly. For him to get up and look himself in the mirror every single morning, he has to believe that. Or else if he understood the true ramifications, like if he could empathetically feel the ramifications of the actions he's taken in this lifetime, he would explode. He would probably die. I'm dead serious, like instantly, if he could comprehend. So obviously he doesn't get it. Of course he doesn't understand. He has to lie to himself, and that's fine. I will never open a Washington Post article again as long as I live. Cheers. And the editor quit on the spot. Good for them. I am looking forward to seeing the Washington Post tank now. Cheers. Trump's absolute idiot EPA administrator wants to repeal regulations on pollution. Because that's, I think, what's really, what we're really missing in this world right now is more smog. And that was obviously a bad decision. Having less lung cancer, no way, let's get more. We need more lung cancer. Crank it up. Crank up the fucking pollution, dude. There's no way this isn't purgatory, right? It's not possible that this is actually real. I do feel like the level of absurdity has gotten so high, and like I'm just laughing now at my own demise. It's suspicious. Let's just leave it at that. I'm suspicious that none of this is real. I'm not in psychosis, I can tell you that much. I won't normally do this, but I'll tell you this little tidbit about myself. I've been sober for over 15 years, and before I got sober, there is something called alcoholic withdrawal. When my dad was going through his heart transplant and he was dying, my drinking was really, really bad. It was really bad. And I was drinking every single day, almost around the clock just to manage my anxiety, very sick. And so when I would try to stop, I went into withdrawal, and you can really hallucinate. Let me tell you, the kind of hallucinations you get from alcohol withdrawal, there's nothing that compares. I saw some really crazy stuff, like visual hallucinations too. So anyways, I know what psychosis is, and I'm not in psychosis. I'm just making jokes about psychosis because, I am blown away by the things that are happening. I'm sure you are too. And that, my friends, is why I do not drink anymore. Anyways, there's supposed to be a foreign policy meeting between the United States and the EU, and the EU snubbed us. And honestly, hell yeah, good for them. Like, they shouldn't. Negotiating with terrorists, I'll say it, it's pointless. There's no point in negotiating with liars and manipulators and narcissists and sociopaths. Don't bother. So good for them. They sent a note over. They had sent over their whole agenda for their meeting. They had flight arrangements and everything. And then I guess they waited a few more hours, or who knows what was said. You know what I mean? They were supposed to meet with Marco Rubio. And they sent back a note saying that a scheduling conflict had come up and they needed to cancel. And they didn't talk about rescheduling. And I love that for them. I don't want to be fuck us, but fuck us right now. That's fine. I think that's strong. Trump is creating a registry for illegal immigrants. He's requiring them to register themselves. This is obviously eerily similar to World War II. I'm sure they know that. I don't know how they require that. You know what I mean? Because it seems like, obviously, when they find illegal immigrants right now, they're just deporting them. So how can they... I don't know how they plan to enforce this, or what the benefit would be to an illegal immigrant to put themselves on this registry. In any case, horrifying, another day, another horrifying thing that happened. Trump's USDA has released a statement saying that they expect egg prices to go up by 41% this year, based on their predictions with their plans for how to handle bird flu. And, I guess people are probably not going to eat as many eggs. And we're just going to live with that because, maybe people will be forced to eat more vegetables. That would be nice. But realistically, they'll probably stress eat donuts instead. Except I think you need eggs to make donuts. So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to eat. Wood chips. This is so fucking stupid. I'm sorry. It just irritates me. So Trump wants DEI, Trump's world. Okay, it's not just Trump. It's all these people. They want DEI, but only for white, straight Christians. Okay? It just fucking blows my mind that they have canceled DEI, but now the Supreme Court is hearing arguments for a straight discrimination case. Okay? Listen, just get a fucking earful of this. This woman is suing because she was passed over for a promotion, for a gay person. Okay, a straight woman. She was passed over for a gay person. The feedback she was given is that she didn't show enough personal leadership qualities, that they didn't feel she was a good fit for this role. Okay, and then they ended up demoting her afterwards. Listen, are we... the case, basically, she's basing this case on the fact that the person that they put into that role, A, was gay, and B, didn't have a college degree and had slightly less experience than her. I guess they felt that the other person was still a better fit in terms of personality or other characteristics. Now, listen, if we're basing everything on merit on paper, that's fine. And if you want people to be able to hire whoever the fuck they want to and promote whoever the fuck they want to, which is what I thought you guys were saying, because that's what you guys are doing. You're putting people into roles with no experience whatsoever. And you're saying that's fine. But we can't do that? What if we don't like your fucking personality? What if we think you're a bigot? I thought this is the world we live in now. We don't have to do business with bigots anymore, right? Because there are no rules. The rules are off the table. Huh? Anyways, they demoted her after that, probably because she was not a nice lady. I'm just going to take a fucking wild guess. And then they hired a young gay man and put him into that role. They obviously didn't like her, you know, like take a hint, move on, whatever. Anyways, I guess, to be honest with you, if we wanted to live in a world where people had protections over their jobs and there's like very stringent rules about how these things get handled, again, that's fine. That was the world we lived in before. But you guys want to cancel DEI. But now this is DEI for straight people. So what is it? Which is it? It's one or the other. It's not both. I'm just, honestly, I don't like these people. I don't even like human beings anymore. I like 5 people in the entire world. Well, it sounds, by the way, like the Supreme Court is about to rule in her favor. So that's cute. The Social Security Administration was ordered to come up with a plan to cut 50% of their staff. So I think that is what you would call foreshadowing about what's going to happen to the actual fucking dollars in Social Security. So buckle up. Anyways, here's another sweet headline. Trump is planning to liquidate all of our public parks to fund his stupid fucking sovereign wealth fund because he wants to run the country like a business. They have estimated that the public parks are worth $200 trillion and they're going to sell them off. I'm just going to sit here for a second. It's weird when like you get to the point where like you're like, I'm kind of wishing for a plague. I wish I was joking. I don't think I am. Like we can't, whatever's going on right now can't be allowed to continue. And I don't know what needs to stop it. I'll leave that up to Mother Earth. But I'm on Mother Earth's side. Whatever happens to us, I care less and less each day that passes. Because if it comes between the well-being of the Earth itself and the well-being of humanity, I'm just going to make it known. I am not on humanity's side. I'm just not. Even with a daughter, we're not having a good time. And let me be honest with you. The life that our children are going to have if they are able to complete this is going to be so filled with suffering, it won't be worth living. I think that there's something really brave about like calling a spade sometimes. And the actual reality is if no one steps in, if we don't do something to stop this, again, the future is lost anyways. And I'm sure people felt that way during World War II. I'm so sure of it. And there were enough brave people who sacrificed their lives to stop it. And we need something. We need something to happen again. It just can't be allowed. They can't be allowed to do that. And I know that there are millions of people in this country who feel the same way. Pete Hegseth is planning, speaking of the enforcement or what they will use. Sorry, when I get calls, it kind of interrupts. What they will use to enforce these heinous things that they're about to do. Pete Hegseth is planning to install new military attorneys so that they can do whatever they want with the military, including turn the military on civilians. And I'm 100% sure they're planning to. They know that we're not going to just like sit back and do nothing forever. They know that because they just laid off 1,400 more VA workers. The more they start to kick, previous military, like the VA, the more when they start to kick their own, they understand that they're kicking a hornet's nest and that it's a matter of time. Like they're racing against time to get this stuff done before people start to truly wake up and realize, because a revolution will come. They know, they're not stupid. They know. They just want to be able to use military force on us to quell that revolution when it does come. I do think that they're a little bit ignorant about the different forms of revolution, because gray rocking is real. We can still absolutely crush them by dropping out of their game. And we drop out of their game by completely dropping consumerism. Stop buying shit. That will bring the entire system to its knees almost instantaneously. If we can get enough people to completely stop buying shit, they are so fucked. And also, we have then a new skill, which is realizing that we never needed any of this shit to begin with. It was always just a distraction. Sorry, I know I sound very Fight Club tonight, but I'm a little bit amped up. These headlines are just not sitting right in my stomach. So a group of farmers, this is the last headline for tonight. A group of farmers and environmental nonprofits have sued the U.S. Department of Agriculture for scrubbing data from their website that was related to climate change. So our farmers rely on that in order to understand like how they are going to plant for the year so that we have food to eat. And not having that information means they're more likely to lose crops or have crop failure, and mean also we're more likely to starve. So yeah, I'm definitely, I mean, I have a bunch of seeds and I'm going to be growing a garden this year for sure. I'm not like super good at it yet. I had a garden last year, but I didn't take it as seriously. So this year I'm going to be a little bit more serious about it. Things kind of grew, but like I wasn't like, you got to water it every day. There's just work that you need to do, at least a few things every single day. And I didn't really do that. So I didn't realize that I was staring down the barrel of a gun. Now I do. Yeah, sorry. I'm like extra pissed tonight. And so if I was a little more ranty than usual, I apologize. I do love you guys. I don't want you all to die. I really don't. As much as I said, and I mean it, I think the earth is more important than humans. If we can't learn to live respectfully on this planet, I think the planet's gonna just like slough us off anyways. And I think it's just a matter of time. I think we need to learn to live in a way that respects the boundaries of the planet. And also that would be extremely beneficial to us as well. Anyways, I love you guys. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow.